My dog is getting into something and I can hear her. I'm trying to decide if I care or not. Should I cover both of them so I can look like an egg? Hey everyone, what's good? It's your girl Shelly G here, back with another video, and you already know what's up. Today we're gonna do Cruella de Vil. You saw the thumbnail. I think I'm just gonna get into it. I don't know what that was. I'm slowly losing my mind. Lose my marbles! I'm just gonna zoom you in and let's get started. Hate that. Okay, so what? Okay, you know what? We're just gonna ignore it. This is a day of ignoring things and just going on with our life. So first, I already glued down my eyebrows so that they would be smooth. All I did was use this washable Elmer's glue, and make sure you're using the washable so that it comes off. This is Sia XO. You can see her name right there. She did this look and I died. Well, I am just going to let you guys know that it is a whole new day. I did that eye twice last night. I didn't like either of them, and then I had already been in here for like 2 hours just trying to do that. So this is a new day and I'm just going to start again and do what I want to do with that eye instead of trying to do what she was going to do. I hope that all makes sense. But I have my eyebrows covered, and this is like just to color correct them so that they don't come out as strong. And I think that is all. So I think I'm gonna do a voiceover from now on because my throat is killing me. It hurts so bad, and talking is a no-go. So yeah. Okay, so first off we're going to start with this Wet n Wild white cream crayon thing, and I'm just going to trace out where the thing is going to be. Well, you'll see it later, but first off I color corrected with some eyeshadow, and it's the cheap way of doing it because I didn't have any color corrector. And now I'm just going to cover the whole thing with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Y'all know what that is by now. Now I'm going to go in with some Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer and just coat my whole lid, and I like to spread out with my finger. And this is the Norvina Volume 3 palette, the one that they did for fall. I'm going to go in with the green eyeshadow and a fluffy brush. And I'm basically just packing that color all over my entire lid and then blending it all out. And then I'm going to use an even darker color from the James Charles palette, and that wasn't dark enough for me, so I added a little bit of black, but I only added a little bit of black so that it looked like a dark green and then it didn't look like it was black, if that makes any sense. And then I just got my fluffy brush back out and made sure all of that was blended. And now I'm gonna use my NYX glitter primer and use that to cut my crease so that the glitter, this NYX loose glitter, will stick to it. And I'm just using a flat packing brush to put that on there. And I don't remember the shade name. I couldn't even find a shade name on the glitter, but it's blue. It's not even green. But hey, it works. Now I'm just going to use a makeup wipe and take care of all of the fallout and also shape the edge of the eyeshadow, I guess. And now I'm going to go in with my Stila liquid black eyeliner and put a big ol' wing on it because it's Cruella de Vil and she needs a big ol' sassy wing. And now I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. This is the shade Chocolate, and I'm just using an angled brush to draw it on, and it is very high and very arched. you want to be extreme. This eyebrow is actually like above my actual eyebrow, so it's really weird to draw an eyebrow on your forehead, but yeah, I just drew a bottom line and a top line and filled it all in, basically. It wasn't too hard, it's just intimidating at first, but once you get that first line down, I promise you'll be okay. Then I'm just going to use the same concealer as before and a flat brush just to carve that out and make that line really neat and not wavy at all. And I do that to the bottom as well as the top part of my eyebrow. And then I just blend out the edges with my finger. Super ratchet, but that's what I like doing. And I'm gonna go in with my Juvia's Place foundation. This is the shade Capri. And first I'm gonna take a brush and kind of just put it right along all of the lines. And then use my beauty blender to blend it out. Pretty simple. And then of course going back in with that same concealer, putting it wherever you would put your concealer, keeping the nose skinny, putting it on the forehead, the chin, and under my glam eye. And then blending it out with the beauty blender. Make sure you keep your concealer on your nose in that tight area because later we want that nose to look very chiseled and skinny. And then I'm going to take my Dermablend white powder and set all of that. And now I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place Volume 2 blush palette and use, it's more of a brown shade, so I'm using it to contour. And at first I started going in with my skinny brush and then I realized that wasn't enough for my cheeks. So I got my fluffy brush out and blended all of that, and then I used the flat brush later for my nose. And don't forget to contour all of the normal places that you would contour, like your forehead and your jawline, but I don't remember to do that until later. Now with your nose contour, she has a very sharp and pointy nose, so what you want to do is do a straight line down and then a straight line at the bottom of that straight line going back. It all makes sense whenever you see it. And then I just blend it out with a fluffy eyeshadow brush, and then now I'm just gonna bake the sides of it. And whenever you bake the sides of it, it just makes it all come together once you wipe that powder off. And then now also don't forget to put a little bit of shading on the bottom of your nose, and now you can see how it looks super pointy. Now I'm just gonna use that same black eyeliner that I used on my eye before and draw her nostrils. They're super pointy. So what you want to do is the inside of your nostrils, basically do a straight line, and then from that kind of doing like a little triangle from your nostril. Now I'm going into my Mayron water activated paint palette, and I'm going to use the white, but before that I do want to block out the eyebrow with some concealer just in case the white doesn't cover that orange. The concealer will kind of act as another layer. And this was probably my favorite part of the entire thing, was getting to paint the Dalmatian print. But basically I just filled in this entire area with white, and it did take at least 2 layers to get it to the opacity that I wanted it to be. And yeah, so it looks pretty patchy, and then I put some of my white powder on top of it, not to set it because this kind of paint doesn't need to be set. It was just to kind of bring some more brightness to the white. And now I'm taking a fluffy makeup brush. It's kind of a flat, fluffy makeup brush, and I am using the black face paint from that palette to stamp on Dalmatian dots onto the white area. And for the bigger dots, I kind of just stamped my brush like several times in one area just to prevent any smudging. I really didn't want to like smudge the brush around and make it muddy with the white and create like a gray. I really wanted like a dark black right on top of the bright white. So that's why you can see me stamping it on there. And I'm doing bigger dots as well as smaller dots, just making all of them look completely different. And I also go in with a smaller brush that you'll see in a second and do even smaller dots just to fill in all of the areas that were too small of blank spaces to fill in with my bigger brush, and it just gave me more control to go in with the smaller brush. And for some reason I found that as a good time to wipe away the bake on my nose randomly. Okay, now I'm just gonna take some black eyeshadow from my James Charles and Morphe palette, and I'm using a small flat brush just to pick up the tiniest amount and outline the entire white and black area. I did this to create more of a shadow and to kind of look like it's on top of the face and not like a part of the face, more like it's a layer laid on top of the face. I don't know if that makes sense. And then now I'm taking a fluffy blending brush and not picking up any more product. I'm just blending out what's already there. Believe me, I have made that mistake. You don't want to pick up anything until you know you need it. So if you get all of this blended out and you want it to be darker, then go ahead and add more. But until then, don't add any more. Then it just becomes a whole muddy mess if you do that. So after I go outside the entire outline, then I kind of drag whatever is on the brush, I kind of drag that over the edges of the white just to add a little bit of dimension and shadow, and I think it made it look a lot better after I did this. And now I'm just going to quickly do the lower lash line of my Glam Eye with the same green shadows that I used before. And I'm going to use that same eyeshadow primer that I used on my other eye, and this time I'm just going to be putting black on my eye and smoking it out. So I'm just packing it on with a fluffy brush and then blowing it out. And then I'm going to use my Bad Gal Bang mascara and coat my eyelashes so that they blend in with the Dodo lashes that I use. These are in the style D301 and they are so long and so fluffy and so pretty and lightweight. I can't even feel them while I'm wearing them. I just realized that I forgot to contour my jawline, so I'm gonna do that real quick. In the picture that I'm going off of, she did blood around this, and I don't know if I want to make it like gory and bloody or if I just want to like leave it like it is. And I'm having trouble because the bloody just makes me like think of the dogs and what happened to the dogs, and then I just get really sad. So I don't know what to do yet. And back with some Becca highlight, and I put this on top of my cheekbones and on my forehead, but that wasn't enough. So I'm going into my ColourPop highlighter. I think this is in the shade Steal the Show, but I use it on my nose, keeping it in that little center spot under my eyebrow and as an inner corner highlight. And then I go in with my finger and add it to my other highlight. Now I'm going back into my face painting palette, and this is a pencil brush, and I'm using the bright red, but I also mix it into the darker red, but I didn't know I was going to do that until after I had already showed the palette, so I'm telling you now. And I'm just lining the bottom of it, of the black and white area, I don't know what else to call it, and then dragging some down. And I didn't want it to be too gory, but it is Halloween, so I wanted a little bit of blood. And now I'm going to use the Too Faced matte liquid lipstick to cover my entire lips, and using a pencil brush to kind of make the corners of my lips go up a little bit and just be a little bit more dramatic. And then, of course, overlining, because it's Cruella de Vil and you have to. And then, of course, after this, I'm going to pop on the Kylie gloss on top. This is in the shade Naughty, and I love this color because it makes your lips look so juicy, and I thought it was so fitting for her to have a gloss. And then now I'm just gonna pop on my wig, and that is about it. I hope you enjoyed. Okay everyone, that is it for my Cruella de Vil look. All of the costume pieces from this look are just ordered off of Amazon, and they got here so quickly. It's amazing, and I will definitely have everything linked down below. If you would like to follow me on all of my social medias, then I will put them up somewhere on the screen. And also, if I wasn't too awkward for you, don't forget to like this video, give it a big thumbs up just for me, thank you, and subscribe while you're down there. This is dangerous. I keep wanting to use this as a wand, but it's definitely not. I don't know how to put on wigs, so don't judge me, please. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Oh, I guess I should probably say what this is. This is day 2 of my 13-day countdown to Halloween. This is 13 days of shelloween, or 13 days of Halloween with Shelly G. However you want to say it, I don't really care. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's video, which was my pop art zombie, and that was day 1. And I hope that you come back tomorrow to see what's gonna happen next. I really feel like I need to go and like hunt down some dogs and then keep them and pet them.